as the new year unfolds, many people continue to attempt New Year's resolutions that include behavioral change. Many have already given up. Some may still continue the fight. And for most, that fight will be over in the next few weeks. And that's a very unfortunate statistics. And I've talked to you about New Year's resolutions in previous videos and the sad statistics related to those New Year's resolutions. If you wait for a specific event or date or day of the week to begin a new behavior, oftentimes it is doomed to fail because real change happens in an instant. You don't have to wait till a specific day of the week or date on the calendar in order to engage in whatever change you want to engage in. So as the New Year's unfolds, many have decided to incorporate exercise into their daily routine. We all know that exercise is good for you. We know the benefits, and we know how helpful exercise is in stress management. This is something that I have talked to you about over and over again in these videos. I try to get everybody moving. It's so important for us to move our bodies. A sedentary lifestyle can be very unhealthy, can be detrimental to you in so many ways, not only your physical health, your psychological and emotional health, and certainly your ability to properly manage stress. So exercise is an important part of life that everybody should engage in on a regular basis, hopefully on a daily basis. But let's talk about some of the reasons why exercise often falls off your to-do list, maybe as the first thing that falls off your to-do list. If you get too complicated with exercise, you get too lofty in your goals, you make grandiose plans about how you're going to engage in some kind of exercise activity, and the goal is unrealistic for your life, where you are in your life today, then chances are you're not going to get anywhere with that. You're not going to do this. So let's say, for example, you decide that you're going to work out an hour a day every day from now on, and you're going to get up at 5 in the morning to do that. But you don't have an hour realistically, and you're not a morning person to get up at 5 in the morning, or maybe by 5 in the morning you already have other things you need to take care of so that you don't have that me time at 5 in the morning. Well, if those are the goals that you set, but they really go against your reality, you're not going far with those goals. Nothing's going to happen, at least not on a long-term basis. So it's time to get sneaky about exercise. If you find yourself setting exercise goals and you find yourself failing your exercise goals time and time again, it's time to get sneaky with your exercise. What do I mean by getting sneaky? Well, maybe instead of saying you're going to be at the gym every single day and then you don't make it to the gym every single day, which can be disheartening, it can be discouraging, and when you get that discouraged feeling, it's easy to give up. Some people do one better, or I should say worse. Not only do they give up on that goal, they go in the opposite direction. Maybe rather than going to the gym anymore, they stay at home and eat a tub of ice cream because they're so disappointed in themselves, right? They consider that a failure, yet another failure, and they want to nurse that pain with something that brings them comfort, and for some that could be food. So rather than falling back into that cycle of behaviors, it's time to get sneaky. So let's say if you say to yourself, I'm going to be at the gym every day, that's a pretty lofty goal, and some can achieve it, no problem, but most will not. How about if instead you say to yourself, I'm not going to miss a workout more than twice in a row. So if I missed it yesterday, I absolutely have to do it today. That's a more realistic, more achievable goal. So you just have to get sneaky with some goal wording and details. Maybe you don't have the time or the means to go to the gym. Guess what? You don't really need to go to a gym. You don't need equipment or weights, anything expensive to get a great workout. First and foremost, you can find all kinds of workouts online, on YouTube, where you can exercise your body. You can get a cardio workout just doing jumping jacks and running in place or running in your neighborhood or walking super fast. You can get resistance workout without actual weights, where you can use your body as the weight. And there are great videos online that can teach you how to do that. So don't set yourself up for failure by saying that you're going to join the gym and then you'll be at the gym at 5 in the morning every morning, and before you know it, you're done by day 2 because you've already failed. Now you're all discouraged and you're just ready to quit. So don't do that to yourself. You can do something even more creative and sneaky. What about if next time you are doing housework, and this will be more conducive for certain types of housework, and you will know than others, how about you do the housework at twice the speed? Move at twice the speed that you normally would. So make sure you're still doing quality work, but you need to hustle. That way you get your heart rate up, you start burning some calories, you're exercising. It's exercise. You can play with your kids or your dogs. And if you're engaging in cardio, that's exercise. You can walk like you're in a hurry, like you're running late. So if you have to walk somewhere, do it like you're running late, like you're trying to catch a bus. Why not take a different way to commute to work? You could bike to work. And I know that for some that's more realistic than others, and some times of the year that's more realistic than others. But consider that, walking to work or biking to work instead of driving or taking a bus or whatever else that carries your behind for you. You can do things while you're relaxing and watching TV. What do I mean by that? Well, you could, maybe every commercial break, you could do some high intensity exercising. So you could do running in place, you could do jumping jacks, you could do jump rope, you could do squats, you could do push-ups, you could do planks, you could do... The world is your oyster. You could do so much during a commercial break. Maybe you don't have to wait for a commercial break. Maybe let's say you watch a 30-minute show or an hour-long show. During that show, you're doing something to engage your body. So you do some cardio, you do some resistance. Remember, you can use your body as a weight to train for resistance training. So you relax, you watch some TV, you get your workout in. You do 2 things at the same time. The possibilities are endless. They truly are. Maybe you take the stairs instead of taking the elevator or the escalator. Maybe at work you could do something like walking meetings. Or even better, if you are engaging in any kind of video conferencing, Zoom calls, anything like that, maybe it could be a call where everybody's doing some kind of exercise. So if you have a bike, you're on a bike. If you have a treadmill, you're on the treadmill. That way, everybody's doing something. And it's a way to engage the body as well as the mind. So another sneaky way of getting some exercise in. How about your social engagements? A lot of times we meet with other people to have a meal with them, to share a meal with them. We go out to eat, or maybe we go out for coffee, and then coffee might mean coffee and pastries, and before you know it, you're just consuming calories. But you know what? Social gatherings don't have to be limited to consumption. Social gatherings can also include physical activities. So maybe you meet up with some people to go for a walk. That's your social engagement. Maybe you take a hike. Maybe you go on a bike ride. You see what I mean? Your imagination, once again, is your best friend. So all you have to do is get creative. So, now that I've rattled off all these things, I don't know if I've taken a breath much, but I'm so excited to share this with you because as we're getting into the New Year's and your resolution may be waning, Maybe it's on the brink of failure. Maybe you're still holding on, but statistically speaking, it's not looking good for you, friend. Don't give up. Don't let that be your story. Make sure your exercise goals are realistic and, if need be, sneaky, so that you can get your movement in. This isn't just about exercise. It's about your health. It's about your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health. It's about your ability to manage stress. After all, that's what these videos all come down to. This entire YouTube channel is dedicated to a comprehensive approach to stress management. And if you're not healthy and strong and resilient, you're going to have a heck of a time dealing with stress. So, keep yourself strong and healthy. And that means you have to move your body. You have to have exercise as part of your life. So if you keep your exercise goals clear and realistic and reasonable, you are setting yourself up for success. So that's what you do. Get sneaky, get creative, and make sure you succeed in every which way possible. So get moving, get your body moving, and gain back your control over the exercise regimen in your life. If you would like to learn more about a comprehensive approach to stress management, check out the link below.